cut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son, actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come back sports, talking way too much, world come back sports, talking way too much, world come back sports.
What's good, everyone? WCS. Call sign Kilroy on deck. What's good? Let's try to see who in the building first, man. You already know where we at. First on deck, Big Blunts and Boxing in the building on deck. What it do, bro? Welcome at Sports. Hit that like button for the OG on the way in. No doubt about it. Salute you, Big Blunts and Boxing first in the building. You already know what it is. Mr. Gumbo, a.k.a. Hot Grease, Mr. Sucker Free on deck. Salute WCS, my big brother in the building. You already know Gumbo. Salute to your brother. Appreciate you pulling up. Appreciate everyone that's on deck. NYT in the building. WCS, what's good? On deck with another one. You already know. If you read the title, you already know. KDOWN68TV, formerly known as Knockout86TV, is doing a debate series today. And I just wanted to give my professional assessment because he have the one and only bum boxing community lead, BFTB, debating BOXIANA, who's making her debut on this particular platform. Now, truth be told, right? You don't have to really have any type of record to go on here. You know what I'm saying? This is the Salvation Army of debates. Real talk. If you want to make some donations, volunteer your time, you can go over to the Salvation Army of debates, debate forums, and you really don't have to have anything spectacular. You don't need a license. You need very minimal boxing knowledge. It's nothing because look, at the end of the day, if WCS was to go over there, there's no way that I can win because they have one of the most biased chats, you know what I'm saying? One of the most biased polls, you know what I'm saying? From the people that's in the chat and some of the most biased judges. Real talk. I don't care if they get upset. It's the absolute fact. They would not admit it, but the judges are biased, man. Come on, stop it. Stop acting like people have a fair chance to go over there and win. You have to really go over there and emphatically beat somebody down. And even then, if you have someone with a big mouth, you know what I'm saying? Like that low-class bum that's going to be on the panel today, that the only thing he knows is rehearsed material, then, hey, you know what I'm saying? He would declare himself the victor by all means necessary, has zero respect for his opponents. You know what I'm saying? Has absolutely zero respect for his opponents. And if you want to call him that. But my whole purpose is I feel that I should give it attention. You know what I'm saying? Help his channel grow. Because most of the time when I'm hearing them talk, they always want to talk about numbers over here on my channel and everything and what I'm not doing. And people that's tuned in. So I say, okay, why not provide them with some extra attention, especially tonight. Tonight's the night. Once again, I'm going to give him the attention. Knockdown Boxing 68 TV, dog. That puts you at like 54 years old. You're like 54, 55 years old. You know what I'm saying? With that 68 on your damn hashtag, bro. I want to hear some dum dum. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear some dum dum. Let's get to the dum dum. Go ahead. I want to hear this low class bum freaking go here and talk to the walls. And I hope you take off and deduct points every time he said and blah 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 and blah 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 and blah 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 blah. What is blah 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 when you're going on 50 years old? Are you still using blah blah blah, bro? Huh, Mr. Bum Boxing Community? Why are you still using bum? And you better not be listening to this because it might take you out your game, bro. You might get mad and go back on your freaking channel and call me the N-word. You know what I'm saying? But let's get one thing straight about the lowlife himself, the scumbag, right? For those individuals that may feel some type of way about the words I'm speaking on this dude, but yet you wouldn't dare correct him because you still want to maintain a fan. Fuck you. Fuck you. If you ain't over there trying to clean up that shit and you adore it and you are there typing in the chat and you co-sign and agree with everything he said, but yet you want to come over here on some peace shit. You want to come over here with some, oh man, I just want everything to be calm so we can all get along. Well, you need to do your homework. You need to do your groundwork. You need to form a squad, a tactical team to go over there and speak to him. The one who attempts to disrespect anybody and everybody. Let me make one thing clear. He did an interview. Shout out to Haney. You know what I'm saying? The undisputed. He deserves to be the undisputed, the undisputed light heavyweight. I mean, not light heavyweight, the lightweight world champion at 135 pounds. He got all the belts, all the straps, right? Everything, bro. Now, I remember this is a dude that don't go to fights and cover nothing, right? I remember he used to talk to people about being dick riders and everything. And when you know, people would just be showing the fighters respect. He would always talk about they was dick riding, they be kissing fighters' ass and shit. You know, I always had dick on, you know, you dick riding the fighter, you clout chasing the fighter and all that. But I swear to God, now that the traction is picking up and people want to feel sorry for him and show him support and find him a way out, help him grow that bum ass Salvation Army channel he got. You know what I'm saying? He interviewed the undisputed lightweight champ today, which is great. It's good. I didn't call it an interview. You know what I'm saying? They say about, you know, people putting them home. I respect the team, Haney. I got respect for him. So I gotta keep that disrespect on. It just seems like when you was over there interviewing this young warrior, you was smiling from ear to ear. You was ass kissing like a motherfucker, boy. Your bitch ass was over there ass kissing Devin Haney's ass like it was cool. Don't you ever open your mouth and talk about somebody damn dick riding and all that the way you was over there digging up. You how dare you don't say anything that goddamn criticized Devin Haney about nothing. That's one of the most kiss-ass interviews, so-called interviews I've seen in a while. I think it's the most freaking lovable, dovable. You know what I'm saying? Rose petals dropping from the sky. You was just up there in that black room, that dark room, just having a good old time. I thought maybe you should take a break and go take a cold shower or something. Don't you ever get online again talking about anybody else doing an interview, bro. I'm gonna give you a piece. Look, people, I gotta give you a piece of, you know, his interview. I gotta give you a sound bite. Bro. I gotta give y'all a sound bite. Everybody, man, big shout out to Gumbo, sucker. Don't follow me. Don't screenshot and piss me off. You know what I'm saying? Don't screenshot shit I'm doing and pick me. But shout out to Mr. Gumbo, aka Hot Grease, with on deck is much appreciated, my brother. He say, "Let's go." You already know. You already know, especially with bitch ass TV. You know what I'm saying? Especially with him. People feel like it's okay to just overlook all shitty all the time, all the damn insults and obscenities. And that don't bother me. I'm just gonna give it right back to you. You about to go ahead and take your 11 freaking loss. So I already put the thumbnail up. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Low Life Scumbag, I already put the thumbnail up. I wanted to help you out. I'm going for BOXIANA. I hope she got damn hand. You know, on the last breath, it takes his last breath. You need to rip your heart out in this freaking debate and make it clear and definitive. If she don't make it definitive, they're gonna rob her. They're gonna rob BOXIANA. And this is her first time going into a boxing debate with the one and only black scumbag himself. You know what I'm saying? The man who couldn't get it done, who swore the oath, but went against it, failed miserably, and was then discharged. Now he got to get permission. And he going to get on there and cap and do all that capping shit. I'm going to share a video and let y'all listen to a soundbite. But I got to give Gumbo his props, man. Much appreciated, bro. One love to you for the $50 super chat. It's much appreciated. Thanks for supporting the channel, man. You know what I'm saying? You work hard for yours. You feel me? You work hard for yours, just like a lot of other people. But appreciate you always donating to the channel. Appreciate everybody. Salute to everybody that's on deck. Lee in the building. Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more in the building. Peace, my brother WCS. Peace to you, brother. Shout out to the OG Bruce Gas. Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more in the building, man. You already know what it is. He was hoping and praying Bill didn't know about that paperwork. See, somebody already there. Don't give away. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't give away the directions now. Don't give the directions on where I'm going with this now. You know what I'm saying? Don't give away the directions, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't give away the directions. Gumbo said that bitch ninja has shit stains on his teeth. Yeah, he did. Boy, he was kissing some ass over there. I don't want to ever hear you get up and say that another channel is over here kissing ass and they're a fan of the fighter. You're a fan of Devin Haney. You're a fan of Deontay Wilder. I've been saying this that I was for the longest of time. I said I'm a fan of the fighter. I'm going to show them respect. Unless they disrespect me or whatever, I'm going to show them respect. I'm a fan of the fighter. They the one who make up the sport. But y'all was always talking that shit to somebody was dick riding. And what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? You over there capping? I gotta let y'all listen to this shit. I have to let y'all listen. D-Lo on deck. What's good with it, D-Lo? What's good with it, D-Lo? Travis Bryan, what's good with it? I'm at a point right now. Look, you can come in the channel. If I don't know you and you come in here asking questions that don't make sense to me, I'm gonna skip over your comment because it ain't like you donating to the channel or anything. You know what I'm saying? It's people that come over here on a regular that I know. I'm gonna read their comment. But let me share a screen right quick. I have to let y'all listen to something. You know, I have to let y'all listen to something because Blunts damn near gave the show away. But it was hilarious. It was hilarious, bro. Let me pull this up right quick. Hope the audio is good. Let me see. Where is that? Hold on. Let me go retrieve that shit again. Man, y'all hit the like button if you're in the big. I just got to go up here and retrieve this right quick. But man, this dude was over here constantly talking about who's kissing ass, who's dick riding, he can't do a live without having that word in his jaws. You know what I'm saying? Having that shit massaging his jaws. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. But let me pull up this, and I hope you listen too, so you won't be focused on your debate, so I can clown your ass when it's done. You know what I'm saying? So I can clown you when it's all done, because you couldn't focus because you was over there with your cap that was restricting your, restricting that damn stupidity, that ignorance that you got up there. You know what I'm saying? So here we go right here. This is the interview. Give me a moment so I can pull this up. Okay, so let me go back. Here we go. So he got an interview with the undisputed champ. I ain't knocking that at all. To each his own. To each his own. He'll probably get on here and act like I ain't never did an interview before. You know what I'm saying? But I want y'all to hear the nonsense when he talk about ass kissing. This right here gets very, very sloppy. Like Gumbo said, he had goddamn doo-doo stains on his teeth. He was kissing ass so much. For real. Let's get down to this audio right. And I want to break what he said down so y'all can truly understand what he meant and what he was capping about. Okay? This dude is a straight up pretender. He's a scumbag, a lowlife, everything when it comes to the bottom feeders in here. Listen to this shit.
No, you don't want to see Tank whip that ass. What are you talking about? What are you I have no that fight to happen. Here he is, y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's poppin', champ?
What's good with it? What's good with it? How you doing?
Man, I can't call it, King. I can't call it, bro. First off, bro, appreciate you coming through. I know you're a busy man. Definitely appreciate it.
I'm happy to be back on. It's been a minute.
Man, champ. It's been a minute. Hey, champ. You know your father.
So I must let y'all know. I must brief you. Okay. I must provide you the mission parameters because I am, USMC retired. So I must brief you accordingly. Okay. I must provide you the mission parameters to the information that you're about to receive. He just opened up the intro to his interview. Okay. He introduced. He's very, very elated, upbeat. You know what I'm saying? Charming to the undisputed lightweight world champion, Devin the Dream Haney, and he should be. All right. But it's just the shell of a person that this joy is coming out of. One who have pretty much criticized people for showing that same enthusiasm when they was interviewing people. How he said it was kissing ass, and I'm a fan of the sport. Fuck all the other fighters. I ain't no fan of no fighter. I'm this, I'm that. I keep it neutral. Listen to this dude, what he's about to say. Right off the rip, bro. Right off the rip. He's showing how much of a scumbag he is. Listen to this shit.
Father was going to actually fly me out to Australia to your fight when you fought Kambosos? He was gonna do that for me.
What happened? Why you didn't come?
Well, there was some happened with me. Man, it's been a minute, champ. It's been a minute. Hey, Australia to your fight when you fought Kambosos, he was gonna do that for me.
What happened? Why you didn't come?
Well, there was some shit that happened personally with me, or else I would have definitely came. But I wanted to go, and he was gonna buy me the ticket. I'm like, God damn, and I didn't even ask, champ.
For sure.
This dude is up there telling the public that he's about to get a ticket. That ticket was going to go to Australia. And let me remind y'all how difficult they made it for Bill Haney, trainer and father, to get into the country. Right? So he's sitting up there saying, hey, Bill probably was going to fly him out. I don't doubt it. I don't get into people, what they do for other people. I don't get into that. If Bill want to spend his money and bring him to Australia to see the fight, cool. I ain't got no problem with that. He got the money. You know what I'm saying? They earned the shit. But it's just hilarious the way he had to get halted on the front bumper of a 90 miles per hour WCS bus. You know what I'm saying? He was halted. Well, let's hear this one more time. We got to hear this one more time, dog. We got to back this up, dog.
Australia to your fight when you fought Kambosos, he was gonna do that for me.
What happened? Why you didn't come?
Well, there was some shit that happened personally with me, or else I would have definitely came. But I wanted to go, and he was gonna buy me the ticket.
Well, there's some shit that happened yesterday around 10 o'clock, to another black man, of course. And in my lifetime, I just couldn't get up and leave the area because I got to get permission. And like Blunt said, there might have been paperwork. It might have been some paperwork, some documentation. And I don't want to get into it. I thought about blistering this dude today. And I said, I'm not going to do it today. Not today, man. I'm not going to do it today because I was going to allow the people to be refreshed with why you couldn't get off your bum ass and go out of town at your own free will. Oh, I had some personal problems. Of course you have personal problems. Scumbags always have personal problems. That's going to follow you. You already know what it is. You've been there already. We've went down this road before, scumbag. You understand me? We've been down here. That's why you be yelling and screaming, because there's opportunities that you're missing in life, and you just can't go on those journeys. You can't take those steps forward because you are restricted. You have to ask as a grown 48, 49, 50, however old you are. You know what I'm saying? You have to ask permission. So shout out to Blunts for being on point with the paperwork situation, because even though someone volunteered to buy you a ticket, you have to get permission, that Mr. Capalot. You have to get permission, Mr. Capalot. You ain't just walking your black ass up out of Texas, Irving, Texas. You ain't just leaving out of Irving, Texas and going Australia and say, with the personal issue, I'll be back. You know who I am. I'm the one you can't fuck with. Excuse me? Oh, I was just playing. I just put on the show. I was just rehearsing for my live stream. I didn't mean you, sir. I understand. I didn't mean you, sir. But while I'm here, no, you can't. She didn't even know I was going to ask. No, you can't go out of town. No, you can't. Because I know that favorite fighter that you be kissing his ass all the time, and you just want to be in the good graces because you feel like that's a ticket that you might be a part of, because he's young line in the game. He has a lot more landscape left his boxing career. You want to make sure you stay attached to that. So in 2060, when you do come off restriction, You know what I'm saying? When you come off restriction and you're able to leave in your own free will, then maybe he might still be around. Man, I don't know, man. I'm just giving you the hope. Keep hope alive. You know what I'm saying? We have to remind the fans of somebody who always talking about dick ride. He always talk about dick ride. This dude was beating the drums. Oh, champ, the champ is here. The champ is here. I'm like, if WCS would have said the champ is here, and if I would have had a smile on my face that big, you know what I'm saying, that wide from ear to ear, I would have been grinning and cheesing and all that shit. He would have been like, oh, you an ass kisser, you a dick rider, you this, you that. I support the sport. I ain't a fan of the fighter. Now, what is this then? It's okay to support the fighter. Just own that shit. Stop talking about people dick riding a fighter when you're doing just that. You're doing just that right now, bro. You're staying close. You better be goddamn glad that Bill is giving you all attention. Like, Bill is different. He understands the rigors. You know what I'm saying? He been, I don't talk for that dude. You know what I'm saying? He understands the lay of the YTC. You know what I'm saying? This has nothing to do with them. This has absolutely everything to do with you. The YTC scumbag, BFTB, you, Julo. You up there kissing all that ass over there. I started to goddamn go on Amazon and order you some baby wipes with the goddamn Irish Spring scent to it. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna get you the shit that like it lasts a whole week. You wipe your lips off and your chin and your cheeks. Man, that refresh scent that they have on these new baby wipes, these multi-purpose, that shit lasts for about a week. I was about to order you and send you a care package, brother. I was gonna send you a care package. We have to just listen to this one more time.
Australia to your fight when you fought Cambosis, he was going to do that for me.
What happened? Why you didn't come?
Well, there was some shit that happened personally with me, or else I would have definitely came. But I wanted to go, and he was going to buy me the ticket. I'm like, God damn. And I didn't even ask, champ.
For sure.
Oh my God. Pull out the violins and cry me a river. Everybody grab an instrument. Those of you in the live chat who always wanted to be in a band, I don't give a damn if you play an instrument, professionally or even on a local level. If you have an instrument, a harmonica, a flute, trombone, drums, trumpet, saxophone, a cello, violin, you know what I'm saying? Just pull it out and just start playing it. Because if we do it all together, it pretty much gives us a sense on the life he lives every day when he want to get on here and tell some bullshit like that. Of course you got some personal shit going on, brother. Of course. Your black ass wasn't getting on Australia. You wasn't getting nowhere close to Australia. They would have stopped you at the airport. Hey, listen, this is a little bit funny to us over here. Most of the time people already know. But where you going? Where you going? Tell us where you. I'm going over here because one of my favorite fighters about to fight for the undisputed. Where's that at though? Just give us a location. Oh, it's in Australia. Oh, okay. Let me see your passport. Got a passport on you? Got some ID? Let us look you up in the. Hey, look them up on. You got that iPad? Pull that iPad. Look them up in the system right quick. That global database. Yeah, look them up right quick. Oh, it's nothing. This ain't gonna take long, sir. This is about to be very, very quick. So from what we see right here, you've been flagged, right? And there's no way that you bring in. We don't allow scumbags over in Australia, first of all. And you got that scumbag tag on you that says you can't get into Australia. So the destination, it won't be completed today. So what you need to do is go up to the ticket counter, ask them to give you a return flight, and listen to me good. Don't bring your ass back over here again. All right. We're going to take it as if you truly didn't know that you weren't getting in Australia. We're not going to let a scumbag like you over in Australia. You might try to go out there and take advantage of some little Joeys that's just hopping around. That was just, their mother just had birth to them. You know what I'm saying? You might be over there taking advantage of them. I don't know, man. They just can't allow them to be at risk with a scumbag like you, dog. An individual who wants to submit paperwork on me for telling the truth. But yet you still go in here and play this hard role when you're miserable as hell in that room of yours with that green screen. You're miserable as shit. But them people that's around you, hey, don't sit up here and try to damn advocate for this dude. This dude don't get it. He ain't trying to be better in life. He want to continue to talk shit to people. He want to continue to go around and parade like he the baddest man on earth. He want to continue to take people for granted. You know what I'm saying? I would, if I was all about donating money, right? I would donate a cool, the last time I tried to make a bet with him for $500 on a fight, he laughed and say, get out of here. He kicked me out the studio. And he said he bet thousands, right? So I was going to bet thousands that you can't do a live stream video for a full month straight. For a full month straight. You know what I'm saying? For a full month straight. I was going to give you a healthy sum. I was going to put a healthy sum out there. Say, you would get this at the end of the 30 days if you can do your live streams with no cap on. No BFTB cap, no nothing. Just go over there freestyling that motherfucker. Go in there and let the people see what's beneath. You know what I'm saying? Let them see what the chrome down look like. Because y'all niggas talk so much shit, but you got to wear caps because you're insecure about yourself. I get it, bro. I get it. But I was going to make you a bet that you couldn't refuse. You do a live for 30 days straight with no cap on, no hoodie, no nothing, no scully, no do-rag, no stocking cap, no nothing. Let the people see the scientific experiment that's on top of your shoulders, man. Let them see what you've been trying to hide up under there, brother. Why are you so mad? Let them see. And look, I even throw an extra couple thousand on there. If you can just grab a comb, right? And just run that comb through your hair and let it stick, just like we used to do when we were small. I did. Just put a pick in your hair and let it sit there and shake your head. You know what I'm saying? Just shake your head and see if it'll fall out. If you can put a hair pick in your hair, if you have any, and just shake it around. And if it didn't fall out, that's even an extra several thousand right there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about getting a man unit like they got down here in ATL. They have a man unit and you get your hair fixed and it look real for maybe a couple of weeks. And then you got to get that shit removed. No, not that. I'm talking about let the people see what's up under there. Why you so angry? Why your skull never breathes on camera? Why your scalp is dehydrated, shawty? I want people to see what the scumbag look like. Don't ever get on here talking that about people dick riding when you up here kissing ass, brother. You kissing a whole ass. You're very, very happy. Oh, God. Yeah. Well, he had to look off to the side, y'all. I would show you the video, but he is a paperwork submitter. He loves submitting paperwork. All right. I can't take too much time on this bum. You know what I'm saying? I want to get to the other bum. KDOWN68TV. He's doing a debate, right? He's doing a debate, and BOXIANA is basically making her debut. So therefore, this should be pretty entertaining. My thing is, will it be fair? Will this be fair? That's all. Because right now, if you remember, Knockout's been parading around Twitter trying to do damage control from the situation that happened with him going over there to Ring IQ Boxing Talk. Now, I just thought the delivery and his composure and the information that he was giving Knockout was burying him. You know what I'm saying? Like a barrier is supposed to be around 6 feet deep. If you don't know why, it's supposed to be 6 feet. Back in the day, it was so that animals couldn't really dig up a body. You know what I'm saying? But the way Knockout was being buried, if anybody wanted to exhume the body later on in life, it was so deep, they would have had to rent a heavy equipment excavator and dig down, and it would have cost them a lot of money because they would have had to dig. I mean, I'm talking about so far deep, the core temperature starts to change, dog. I'm serious. The core temperature starts to change. Like the arm of the heavy equipment start to get hot, overheated, and people might start turning around and say, "Hey, our equipment, we can't do it. We can't dig no further down." You know what I'm saying? Right now, if we dig any deeper, we're gonna start getting fire. You know what I'm saying? Somewhat like volcano eruptions. That's how deep. So if he's down there, he's burning. That's how deep he got buried. If he's down there, he's burning, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's how deep he got buried in that debate. You know what I'm saying? He came over there talking about pick the subject and got blistered. But anyway, he has a debate going on right now. And let's see if they even started yet. So let me pull up this. I want to see if they even started yet. So shout out to BOXIANA and the bum boxing community. You know what I'm saying? Look, so let's see what's popping with this. So I'm gonna share this right quick. I know you're listening, Knockout. Pay attention to the debate. Pay attention to the debate. Don't be listening to me. I want y'all to witness the bullshit this dude be talking. This dude is so fucked up right now because he know I'm on live and he just talking out his fucking head, y'all.
For a real belt. No problem. You can fight me. He's an email champion.
Y'all listen to this shit? He shook.
If you win, I'm not on my contract. I want to fight you, Devin Haney. Win. That's what he said. If you win, I want to fight you. I'm not on my contract. These are his words verbatim. He's an email champion. If you win, I'm not on my contract. I want to fight you, Devin Haney. He was asked after that. That's after that in June. He said, they asked him, you said you was going to fight Devin Haney. No, clearly you think to win his. I didn't say if. I didn't say he's going to win. I said if he wins, I'll fight him next. People, questioner said, you fight him.
I'm looking this up now.
Or 6th.
It's cool.
He did an interview. Gilly the Kid. Shout out to Gilly. Shout out to Gilly. And they asked him, you know, they was bigging him up, talking about he's the man, he's this, he's that. They asked him, "You're gonna fight for the big fights?" He said, "I'm never pushing for. I never said I was pushing for big fights. I never asked for it. Cap. Well, that is multiple. One, call it. They're gonna say that.
Hold on for a second. Here we go. Can y'all hear me? Hey, can y'all hear the video audio? Just put a Y in there if you can, and if you can't. Let me know if you can hear the video. You can't hear nothing. You gotta be able to hear. Okay, you can hear it. Cool. Hold on for a second.
He's this guy. Devin's not appealing to those crowds. He's appealing to Tank's people. You see, he got the money. He's not appealing to the schoolboys. They're not appealing to the they're not appealing to them. They're we can giggle off to facts of feelings. That's your thing. Okay. Also, breaking news. I don't like to get up and see some of the interviews that I see because if we got to be technical, you are from where you grow up. Your daddy is from Oakland. Devin is from Henderson, Nevada. Stop telling everybody you from Oakland. Your daddy from there. We from there. Stop the cap. It's a lot of lies, a lot of weird shit coming from that camp. I don't understand where exactly that we got to go with this. So I think it's cap on the day. Devin's moving up to 140. I thought he wanted so bad. That's the biggest cap.
Hey, let me ask y'all this. Can y'all hear that debate now? Because, hey, it's funny how every time that I try to put a freaking playback up this knockdown 68, this shit don't play. It's hilarious, man. Oh, y'all can hear it? Okay, cool.
Of the whole conversation. We really ain't got to talk about no more because if he wanted to fight Tank, right? That's what you've been saying. He wants to, he's going to fight. Why are we even up to 140? I know. Why are we even naming this? That's a also, it's also fucking cap because Devin is the goddamn king of the goddamn streets, and encourage him to be like, oh yeah, he wants to fight. He should be talking about these people, not when he got a fight coming up that he ain't even mentioned about. They've been, I ain't gonna say they, his daddy been on multiple damn channels all week, multiple hour interviews, doing hate slander campaigns for Tank this whole entire time. I can't understand it. I won't understand it. It's a whole lot of back and forth weird shit going on. And it's Cap saying you want to fight somebody knowing that you're going to move up. So Tank is supposed to go up to 140 and chase Devin there, and Devin have all the belts? Cap, why would he do that? And they want to fight at 135. That's Tank's weight at 135. Devin has all the belts at 135. Why are we moving up just because you can't make weight? It's Cap to say that Tank is fighting tune-up fights. Because if we have to go and look at their resume, Devin fought Kambosos twice, Jojo Diaz, who was 32-1, Linares, which was 47-5, Gamboa, who was 30-3. Tank, which these two people are considered prospects. Tank fought Hector Garcia, who was 16-0, Rolly 14-0, Pitbull Cruz 22-1, Mario Barrios 26-0. We don't even have to add Leo Santa Cruz, Pedraza, none of those people down there. Tank took the but they were on an even match. So if we're talking about tune-ups and what to say, oh well, you're fighting tune-ups and y'all some type of people. So I don't need 10 minutes. I'm not gonna even take 10 minutes because the cap is clear out to sea. It's been Devin this whole entire time. He's been the biggest cap. They getting up, saying the weirdest freaking shit on all these freaking places. I'll never understand it, but it's cool. We got it. That's my time.
Well, shout out to BOXIANA. You know, her first open, debate. Now they about to do the rebuttal. And you know how it is, man. I felt she was a lot more fluent and not just looking up in the sky for answers and stuff like that. I felt that she was her rhythm was there. She felt like she knew what she was talking about. She seemed more together and pretty much dialed in than bum boxing community was doing. And now they get the rebuttal. See, one thing y'all don't see from me not playing this video, and he's over there live right now, is that's the fact that when people are talking, somehow this nut job put his hand over his face and he just be laughing and giggling to himself. He just be giggling for no reason. Like I've mentioned this several times before. He'd just be giggling for no reason to try to, get people to look at him and feel some type of way. He'd just be down up there and no one be laughing at shit. He'll see a motherfucking goddamn his shadow in that motherfucking dark room of his. He just putting his hand over his face and shit, having a good old time with himself. Let's hear the rebuttals. Let's hear those. Good opening round, BOXIANA.
Already. IBF.
Wait, not to mention Cap on the app. You just said that his so is Devin's. They equal. Time.
All right, cool. All right, if you got 5 minutes, offer up your rebuttal to everything you just heard. Timer starts as soon as you start talking, bro.
You should have took more time to do that. But anyway, so the last thing you said is Dev has all Latinos. Okay, cool. Tell you something, everyone.
So he just forgot. He was trying to remember because he does have a lot of fights in Mexico, which happens in boxing. It's only convenient for people to use that depending on how biased they want to be to the boxer. But I'm telling you, WCS is telling you that Canelo has the same route that he took. It's boxing allows it to happen to build up your record. So we can't sit up here and finger point and say, oh yeah, he has a lot of Latinos, but he does though. But that's not the preface of the conversation. He was trying to determine the brother that Devin fought and he couldn't have no recall memory. He couldn't do it.
Break them down. So she says that Devin can't, or Devin's capping because Devin said you can fight me, blah blah blah, yada yada. But
people, this is what I was saying. I don't mean to keep stopping the audio, but this was what I was trying to explain to you all. The blah 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 blah. What's the age limit again on blah 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 when you can actually speak a complete sentence? And blah blah blah, you should have points deducted in the debate because it stands for nothing. Those of you that's in that chat over there accepting this shit, blah blah blah, that makes no sense, man. If I'm talking to a grown man and I'm saying, blah 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 blah, maybe you should just say, hey, check this out, man. I'll talk to you another day, man. You got shit popping going on right now, man. I don't understand that blah blah blah, but it's irritating the fuck out of me. You're 50-some years old and you up here blah 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 blah. No, bro.
With Hector, yada yada. I said this before, I'll say it again. What is the problem with sending a contract? You are the A side. What's the problem? Don't tell me you're tied up with Ryan Garcia or you're tied up with Hector Garcia. That's 2 fights. You had 2 contracts for 2 fighters. You could send a 3rd contract. So if you sent 2 and you already fought Hector, well, then you can start the 3rd one. Devin's got 1 fight left. He's fighting Lomachenko. That fight is done. So you can start the 3rd one right now with Devin. But you're not starting the 3rd one with Devin. As a matter of fact, you're not starting the 3rd one with nobody. Yet no one. So don't tell me you can't do 2 because you did 2. So Devin saying, bro, you can fight me now. We can do this now. That can happen now. And this man, and you're trying to say, oh, it's Cap because he's doing this, but this guy got that, blah, 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 man. Stop.
Did y'all just hear that sequence? Hold the fuck up. Did y'all just hear that sequence? What he just said? Blah, blah, da, da, blah, blah, da, da, da. Does that mean anything to anyone in the chat? That's all I'm asking. How can that be content? How can that be considered something that's valuable substance in a debate with you saying blah, 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 blah? And he keeps on talking about how he can fight Devin right now. That's not the way it works. That's not the way it works. He's locked in to 2 Kambosos fight, which he completed. Now he's locked into a Lomachenko fight. All right. He's on record as saying he's going up to 140. What does that have to do with Gervonta? We still don't know when Devin Haney and Lomachenko is fighting. We're still waiting on that fight to happen. So how is Gervonta Davis going to interrupt negotiations? Or, he has a fight lined up with Ryan Garcia. How he's going to interrupt negotiations and say, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get my people to try to schedule fighting at the end of the year with Devin Haney. But who's going to be the A side? Who's going to be the A side in that fight? What division? What weight division? What's the weight limit? They're going to fight at 135? Or else it's going to be said, hey, man, I'm moving up 140. You got to come see me at 140. And then if Gervonta don't come see him at 140, Bum City DJ is going to sit up here and say, oh, he was ducking. That's not the way business works in boxing. The man already had 2 scheduled fights. It's no way that Haney them could have got out of that fight. It was lined up. He won the 2 in Australia, and then he had Lomachenko. That don't have shit to do with Tank.
He got 2 contracts for 2 Garcias. You already beat a Garcia. You can start on the next one. This man's out here, and Coach Cal was talking about how, oh, well, if we can't get the Ryan fight, then we'll go after Gary Russell for the 1.4 million, blah, 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 yada, yada. Now, I didn't mention Coach. I didn't mention anybody. I talked about what Devin and Tank did as far as Devin and Tank Cap. Devin and Tank. You brought in someone else. You're bringing Bill. You're bringing it. That's not the question. The question was who's more Cap, Devin or Tank? You brought in Bill. Bill's not in part of the question, but whatever. You want to bring in other people's, good luck with that. That has nothing to do with what Devin said and what Tank said. All right? Tank said, I'm not on my contract. There ain't no safety on this Glock, blah, blah, blah. And he said that before he fought. Before Garcia, who pulled out of where they were negotiating in 2021, where Tank sent this man a contract then. And then you go on to say, oh, well, he sent him a contract. A contract this, he sent him a contract. So he can send one to Dev.
Did he just attempt to correct her for bringing in other people, but yet he's bringing in other fighters. He's bringing in someone pulling out of a fight in 2021, but you just corrected her for bringing in other people. What is the debate about? Is it Tank and Devin? So if you corrected her for bringing in Bill, what did you just do with Ryan Garcia? Blah, 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 blah.
So if he sent one to Hector and he sent one to Riri Ryan, then he can send one to Dev. He could send one. You bring up Budrick being in the camp. You act like Dev asked him to be there. He didn't ask him to be there. Dude showed up. So what if he's there? I don't mess with Budrick like that. He showed up. So would it have been different if Errol Spence showed up?
Now he's bringing in other people. He just said something about bringing in other people, and now his whole, next 5 to 10 minutes is going to bring in other people that he don't like, that he has sustained for. You know why he's doing that? Because it sits well with his thought process. He hates and does videos on these individuals that he's mentioning so much that he feels like he can get an edge. You know what I'm saying? He can press forward in this debate by bringing up people who he runs smear campaigns on. This dude is the worst at debates. That's why he's 0-11. He's a bum.
Showed up. He didn't ask the man to be there. That has no cap on Devin for someone showing up. That'd be like someone showing up to your house and you say, and they're telling you cap because they showed up. He was already trained, already in the ring doing his thing when Duke showed up. You saw he was full yes. Then you go on and say all this other nonsense about all these other things that have absolutely nothing to do with Tank Davis and Devin. Gervonta Tank Davis said he does not call out fighters. I do not call them out. I call out and ducking, playing out, and Lomachenko and winning record. But he called. That's what he did. Then he said, I'll Devin, you win, fight me. Fight me, Devin, if you win. Devin won. He fought 2 Garcias. He signed a contract for 2 Garcias after saying, Devin, if you win, fight me next.
He said he fought 2 Garcias. That's like the second and third time that he's basically misquoted that. He hasn't even stepped in the ring with Ryan Garcia, and we're still trying to hear the official announcement and everything else. So he keeps on mentioning like he fought 2 Garcias. He fought Hector Garcia this month. And why you keep bringing in Garcias though? You just told her not to mention other people. I guess she was trying to run to Bill's defense. Bill's a grown man. He can have his own defense up. You know what I'm saying? He don't need you to sit up here and advocate for him. You just mentioned about bringing in other people, and that's all you've been doing for the last 5 minutes.
Cap. That's what the man said. He was asked again if you said you'll fight Devin next if Devin wins, so that must mean you said you'll fight Devin next, so that must mean you believe Devin wins. And he cleared it up and said, I said if he wins, not that I believe he wins.
1 minute, you got 1 minute.
Oh, got it. So if Devin wins, then I will fight you next. That's what was said. That's what he said. And he ain't fighting him. That was before he signed for 2 Garcias. Cap. And the second Garcia hasn't even signed yet. So again, if he sent the contract to a Garcia who hasn't signed, well, then he can send one to Devin. He could send one. He's the A side. He is. And you're talking about how no one knows Devin and no one knows Devin. For someone to not know Devin, you guys keep saying no one knows Devin. Gervonta Tank Davis keeps saying no one knows Devin. So if no one knows Devin, but Gervonta Tank Davis and people like BOXIANA keep saying no one knows Devin because he can't sell, well,
I'm just curious why Terrence Crawford ain't the A side. He just say Tank can send Devin a contract because he's the A side. Is that what I heard, or my ears was just playing tricks on me? Did he just say Tank can send Devin a contract because he's the A side? But Devin has all the belts. So how's the A side done again? Devin has most of the belts. Gervonta has a WBA regular title. We're talking about sending him a contract of 135, but yet Crawford is never considered the A side, and he has a super title at the welterweight division, and Errol Spence has 3, but yet Errol Spence in everybody's conversation is considered the A side, not Terrence Crawford. So how can Javante in this scenario be the A side? 3 divisions. He has less super titles and championships than Terrence Crawford, but somehow he just said that Javante can send Devin the contract because he's the A side. I'm just curious. I mean, maybe y'all can answer that in the chat. How does that register from division to division? How does that register? How can that register? Just somebody help me understand. How can Crawford not be the A side, but Tank is the A side? Is it pay-per-view? Because if indeed it's pay-per-view that makes you the A side, then that just proves my point about how well he's doing on pay-per-view. Because if he was in the garbage, he was in the trash, no one would consider him the A side. What makes Tank the A side? He's not with Floyd no more.
The people that don't know him are going to go look to see who the fuck he is. Because Tank is saying no one knows Devin.
10 seconds.
I don't remember Dev ever saying no one knows Tank. That's cap.
And that's time right there. All right, BOXIANA, you got 5 minutes to rebuttal for your first round. The time starts as soon as you start talking.
He cut his camera off. I put it out there already that these debaters should be able to stay on camera so they cannot sit up here and go look up information, go read stuff, answer text that people are sending them because WCS is talking truth and facts on your bum ass. So you got to then cut off the camera and check your phone and everything. Bro, you cannot debate. You're the worst. So let's see what BOXIANA has to talk about.
I mean, how would we have things about him? He is the undisputed the world. Find him. But anyways, with what you said, you said that he could send Devin a contract. So he sent 1 contract out. He sent 2 contracts out, 3 contracts out. So he should have been negotiating for all these fights at one time in the separate time. No, he's not going to do that because the first fight, the fight got signed with Hector Garcia. So that only left leverage to fight to negotiate 2 fights, which would be Ryan and Devin. Devin could have also sent a contract over. So, but we're not going to act like he couldn't have done that. Devin didn't send one over either. And he had the absolute possibility to do that. He is the guy. But since is he the guy, right? Right, that's what you said. He is the guy. But that's also cap. We know that too. And him selling has a whole lot to do because you yourself bring up ticket sales and all these sales and who can't do what, when, why, and where. That counts. It counts most definitely. So with that being said, I think it's cap to have to be negotiating a fight with Hector and a fight with Ryan Garcia and a fight with Devin with one time. How you concentrating on all these things and you got all these fights lined up back to back. Devin's not sending shit. He had the opportunity to send it, but he didn't. Why not? Why send him shit? Make him wait. Take the A side, right? He can do what he wants. And he can. So if he's sending one, he's sending one. If he want to fight. They're saying everything but fight. And also, you said something about Devin. Devin didn't say shit. We all know Devin don't say shit. Bill talks majority of the time for Devin. You get a 15-minute interview, and all of a sudden now Devin is this whole talker, and he has so much to say. When Devin rarely says a word, Devin doesn't say much at all. So with that being said, extra freaking cap. I'm not gonna let you discredit the Devin not being able to sell in the US. That counts fucking too. Why we use this analogy with everything. We use this analogy with Budrick and Spence. Why would he get this and he can't sell out a family barbecue? Why would Tank do anything with Devin and he can't sell? On the app to be calling this out saying you this guy and you can't even do what you need to do here. So with that being said, big cap to you and all that BFTV. It is what it is. Also, with Devin having fights tied up with Top Rank, he was to send Tank a contract to negotiate with Top Rank, even though Top Rank, what business have they done with PBC here recently besides Wilder Fury? That's always, we have to always take that into consideration too. They have not been wanting to do business with PBC. It is what it is. BFT, you can mark. Also,
she's a little BFTB with all these facial expressions and theatrics to take her out of the game. All she has to do is just focus on her notes and just basically don't look at the clownsmanship that's going on up top with him putting his hand over his face and getting all, you know, going through all these type of emotions and behavior mannerisms, facial expressions and all that. And that's why she's losing her sense of thought. You know what I'm saying? She had to see a debate before this and see what he does. He's up here making all these facial expression has nothing to do with the debate.
You mentioned Gary Russell and Tank and Devin. It's a pass around because they were going back and forth between each other because Devin Haney was also trying to fight Gary Russell as well, right? Yes? Okay. I'm just saying. Keep going.
So now we're about to see who they gave the first round to. You know, the opening round with BFTB was absolutely trash. Dude is goddamn 90% retarded, bro. I'm just gonna put it out there. Let's see what the judges do. I'm curious to see what the judges are going to do because all this blah 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 blah. You should get credit for that bullshit. And if the judges don't see it or hear it, then what? You fits right into what I've been saying about these damn bomb ass debates, man. If it's not going to be any fairness in there and they just going to screw the man over, then why have the debates? Keep it honest, keep it neutral, so people can continue to tune in. It's people over there watching. Guess what? The content has continued to get better and better and better, man. You know, you got a nice looking sister on there, easy on the eyes, come on here to debate a freaking piece of bacteria. People want to see this. People want to see the science experiment for real. Beauty and the bacteria.
You can do it. You know when you're done. I'm not gonna talk in between.
Okay, I'm good.
But just to answer the question, that who is between Devin, I think BFTB proved his case more. Go ahead.
Let's go, man. Who you giving the round to?
Man, this is a tough round, man. I'm gonna have to give this round to BOXIANA, and the reason being I'm gonna give this one round to BOXIANA is because BFTB bored the shit out of me in the beginning when he was talking. I was falling asleep. I mean, it really became close because BFTB became BFTB in the rebuttal, but I had no clue what the hell he was talking about in the beginning.
See, I'm not hating. Y'all think I'm hating? I'm not hating, bro. This is the guy who I don't agree with. Kwame, disloyal to the boxing game. Look, he said he was falling asleep. He don't know what the fuck he was talking about. I'm not hating, Emma. I'm telling you the truth. What the fuck was he talking about? So when it comes to bias ass judges, man, how you gonna get that first round, the BFTB? It's no way in hell, man. Man, I sit up here and speak the facts about this shit. They call it hate because it's going against what they want to hear. You know what I'm saying? They don't see it as constructive criticism. They just see it as damn biasness. It's not. He was on some bullshit. He wasn't even saying anything of relevance, man.
Could not get into a rhythm, but what he was talking about, I would have to go with the first round going to BOXIANA, just based off of I'm big on delivery and I'm big on facts, and I felt her delivery was a little bit more consistent throughout the round. But I'm going to tell you now, it's going to definitely have to tighten up on her side going forward though.
Already. All right, for me, man, I had to slightly edge this round to BFTB. I thought the main reason, I'm not gonna go over all of it, but I thought a lot of BOXIANA's points were what Bill Haney said. And I thought BF actually focused more on what the fighters actually said.
That's what I'm talking about. Right there, man. There you go. There you go, man. There you go. knockdown bum ass 68 TV that want to debate everybody. It's proven over and over again that people are gonna come check out these damn debate series, and it's gonna be biased ass judging. It's gonna be biased ass judging. Now you're gonna give him because he rebutted and he was still saying nothing in the rebuttal. He didn't say nothing in his opening on the opening part of the first round, and he didn't say shit in the rebuttal. BOXIANA was more fluent. Yeah, she had some hiccups here and there, but not to the point of just rambling on and looking at the ceiling and talking about nothing. I mean, this shit is just lunacy to think that we live in a environment where God blessed us with these abilities to listen, and most of us we able to have vision too. But as we listen, it's almost like we become blinded with our hearing too. You know what I'm saying? Like they always say, okay, you can look at something. I always say, see blind individuals. That deals with people failing to listen and retain what they actually hear. They just want to turn around. No, I ain't hear that. I ain't hear that. No, I didn't hear that right there. No, that's not what I heard. It's almost like they blind what they hearing. They don't want to accept what they just heard. They know this nigga wasn't talking about nothing. They wasn't talking about nothing. Trash ass first round from him, and he still gets a 2-1 nod in the first round. They just want to give him the cushion, bro. This is what I'm talking about with this bum boxing series, this bum boxing debate series, man. It's not fair. This shit is extremely exparte, and it's continue to be that way, especially when their idols are on the panel. Especially when their idols are on the panel, bro.
I thought BF left some meat on the bone. I definitely expected him to bring up when Tank said he was a real champ and cook on that. But I like the points where Tank was talking about how he ain't calling nobody out, but then he called them motherfuckers out. I thought that was good on his side. I thought how he talked about how Tank lied about how Devin could have fought Teofimo. When, yeah, bro, we know that Teofimo did duck Devin Haney. And he just focused more on the actual fighters.
But see, talking about two people who have the same beliefs on the same fighters. The same beliefs of the same fighters. They believe T.O. ducked Devin. You know what I'm saying? They believe T.O. ducked Devin. Just because T.O. had all the belts and he chose to fight as mandatory. Which ultimately set Devin up for the undisputed title where he just went in there and had his opportunity and beat the man with a jab. But they still have criticism for the same boxer, man. The same freaking boxer. Their ideals are similar in nature, almost mirror image of one another.
I thought BOXIANA made a great point with the Devin Haney moving up to 140. It's capped how you moving up to 140, but you want to fight a guy that I already said he's comfortable at fighting 135. I thought that was great, but I would have liked to hear her focus more on what Devin actually said. Like I was expecting to hear about how Devin said that he sent the contract to Loma, but really didn't. I was expecting to hear her talk about how Devin said that Mike Coppinger was capping when he reported the second Cambosos fight, but Mike Coppinger happened to be right on the money with that. And so I expected to hear a lot more what Devin said and what Devin brought up. Also, Devin talking about Tank was cheating and shit. Devin just tweeted out that Tank was cheating in the fight. I didn't hear none of that. So I thought a lot more comments about stuff that Devin actually said would have had her won the round, because I think the strongest point was made by her, but I think BF just focused more on the actual heart. That is who has been capped between Tank Davis and Devin Haney, not Bill Haney. So I slightly edged that round to BFTB, but it was a close round, and I agree.
Man, you full of shit. That wasn't no close round. You said she made a great point, but yet you turned around and just because she in the rebuttal, you want to add points. You're talking for yourself. You're talking about stuff that you would have did. You should be talking about things that's going on in the debate. What about points that BF didn't make? BFTB didn't make a lot of points. How can somebody win the debate and they saying blah 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 blah? How can you win a fucking round that way, bro? Man, let me get to the second round. This is bullshit.
I agree with Kwame. They both saying a lot.
Let's start with the interview that was done. So
That was a fire first round. We moving on to round two. In round two, BOXIANA will have to go first, and it's a very simple question. They both saying a lot of shit, in my opinion. They both saying a lot of the wrong shit. Both saying a lot of shit that we know sound like some hater shit. So I got a very simple question for my debaters.
Who made
the
these
bigger
questions?
hater right now, bro? Who hating on who the most? BOXIANA, tell us why Devin Haney is the bigger hater. Timer starts as soon as you start talking. You got 10 minutes.
Okay. So Devin Haney, I'm gonna say the Haney camp. I don't like to slander my child very much, so it's technically kind of hard for me to do. But I'm gonna focus more on the camp slander. I want to start with the interview that was done, and the conversation came up about Calvin Ford getting knocked out in the gym. There was no reason to mention what happened outside of the gym. Like, I get that you want to build up a fight. I understand that, hey, you know, maybe we should say this to maybe it looks, but it seems Nathan bringing up a situation that happened to him in between two teams to get out, put it on YouTube, and nobody ever knew about it. Was still, I could go back to my previous point of Devin and Tank both fighting the same type of competition. It's hating to say that Devin and Tank is fighting a tune-up when we are both fighting tune-up. So we can't say one's resume is a little bit more weaker than the other. Sorry, I'm not following my shit. My bad. Also, I want to say allegedly. I won't say allegedly. And Tank got into a little bit of trouble a couple of weeks ago, and allegedly, the Haney camp was out sending mugshots to people before the media received it. And if that's the case, because allegedly from multiple sources that is the case, that's some hating ass shit. That's some shit that should have never been done, and you should have allowed the media to pick up that own shit, just not say anything at all. We should be quiet when it comes to releasing things or saying certain things that's happening behind closed doors between another team's people. Pocket watching, the hating, saying that Calvin Ford isn't being paid by Tank. That can't be proved. Why are you watching them so hard to say something as far as Calvin not being paid? It's unfair to say that Calvin's not being paid. Because if Calvin wasn't being paid, I'm pretty sure that Calvin's grown enough to make the decision to say, hey, this is not the choice for me. I know where my bread is. So saying that that Tank isn't paying Calvin Ford is unfair to say. It's hating. It's very much so hating. Saying that Tank isn't the people's champion, or saying that Tank that isn't relatable because he doesn't have any belts, that's hating. Tank is relatable to a lot of people. Tank is relatable to the people that don't have parents. Tank is relatable to the people that's in the streets. Saying that Tank isn't this person, he isn't this champion because of this, because of that, that's hating. There's no need to say anything, nothing at all. We should just keep our mouth closed when it comes to saying certain stuff, because it makes you look like a hater. Getting out in front of people saying, hey, you're not paying your coach. That's hating. It's too much slick talking. Every day it's a new interview, a new something said, and Bill Haney is behind it. He's been on like 15 different channels with 3 different 3-hour interviews saying the same thing over and over again. It hasn't been any change. And it's awesome some Tank slander. He's a thug. He's this bad person. He's this, he's that. When, like I said, nothing should be said at all. You are the king of the people, the guy, the man with the belt. You should just be quiet. There should be nothing to say.
Oh, she dropped off. We'll pause the time and let that.
So BOXIANA is struggling in this second round. Debating ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the second question is damn near like the first. I mean, you're talking about cap. You're talking about people that cap on shit can be, you know, hating. That's included. Cap can be included with hating. People can say some bullshit that's not true just to hate on somebody. Then turn around, who is the bigger hater? Well, who's the bigger capper? Because capping and hating is somewhat similar in nature. You know what I'm saying? People be telling lies on themselves capping, and they be telling lies on others. But who is the bigger hater right now? Man, that's all, you know, opinionated. You know what I'm saying? That's all what people, you know, how in depth they can go off somebody hating. You know, she make the points cool, but she seemed to have dropped off. Seemed like she was, you know, trying to find some information. It's a lot of movement going. It's a lot of damn movement going on back there. Hey, when you go second off someone that was struggling in the you know, in the round, then it gets a little easier because you get the caveat to what they're talking about.
Maybe she had a connection issue or something. Reach out to her, tell her that we waiting on her.
I'm not even paying attention. I don't even have it.
Yeah, heard that. I heard that, man. That's all right.
Didn't Ryan say you couldn't get back down to 135?
Yes, but let's not talk about that.
Hey, man, stop trying to help.
Can't do that, man.
Right now.
It'll be like this, people. She left the building for whatever reason. Hey, man, I'm not gonna bore y'all with this shit, bro. For real, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it because, you know, the base is what it is. You know, she might have had a point where she just lost information, had a brain fart, and decided to leave the debate and take a little bit of time to come back. I'm not gonna bore my listeners with this. I thought it was gonna be something different. You know what I'm saying? It was, you know, to a point. The first round, it just further proves that this shit is damn biased as hell. But let's just put it out there. I'm not saying, I never told anybody not to go over there and listen to it. I just don't feel like it deals with straight up boxing unless you're talking about the same shit you done heard somebody talk about on their channel. You know, you have a panel of people recycling the same information over and over again about certain topics. So of course that person would love to indulge in the same fucking topics that they talking about on their channel all the time. So for KDOWN68TV to want to say I'm calling out the smoke and all that, bro, you went on Twitter doing damage control because you got lit up, and you try to sit up there and get all your fangirls to co-sign you for believing that you went over there and cooked Ring IQ. Now, brother, you going around here to all these people and trying to act like you're the best debater, people that you don't had dealings with previously. Just accept it like this, man. If you say the same thing over and over again, you're going to get good at saying the same thing, remediating the same verses over and over in your head about a fighter. That doesn't mean you're enhancing your boxing knowledge. All you're doing is learning more information to talk about the same topic. Y'all still talking about Errol Spence and Bud Crawford? BFTB, did he not just say that Tank was the A side? That just goes against everything these niggas been talking about. How can Tank be the fucking A side? Someone explain that. I'm talking to the chat right now. How can Tank be the A side, y'all? Can somebody tell me that? Please, I'm asking for boxing knowledge. Can somebody explain to me in the chat how is Tank Davis the A side? Because they was making a big deal out of them ranking Tank ahead of Devin, who had all the belts. I've been on record as saying that Devin is the number one lightweight because he has the belts. But over and over again, we hear debates of Terrence Crawford being the B side. Errol Spence with the 3 belts is the A side. So what makes Gervonta Davis the A side? Can somebody tell me that? So Juice, appreciate you. Salute to Juice being the first respondent. He said, money is my guess. I'll take that. So we're looking at money, pay-per-view, bringing butts to the seats. That's the A side, huh? Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else want to explain how Tank can have the WBA regular belt? And people talk about belts up in the welterweight division, but belts don't matter down in the lightweight division. Just like Ryan Garcia was all about fighting who? He wanted to fight who? He wanted to fight Kambosos for the belts. He was all about the belts. When Devin give them belts don't matter. It's all about having one of those good fights that people want to see, right? Like Jamal Charlo was trying to tell Bivol, just fight me for fun. Just give the people a fight. Just fight me for fun. No, you ain't selling tickets like that. So anybody else on there? Anybody know why Tank is the A side? No? Come on, y'all. Man, I know it can't be 19 people in here that don't support the channel. And Juice came out and said, hey, I'll be the one sole survivor and say it must be money. What makes Tank Davis the A side? Because this dude said Tank Davis is the A side. Why he ain't sent Devin a contract? How can everything be on Tank all of a sudden? How is Tank the how can everything be on Tank? I thought they were saying Tank wasn't the A side. I was hearing all this talk back in the day that Devin's the A side. How can Tank be the A side though? I'm curious. Tank is the A side, better opposition, bigger draw. Okay, Captain Chaos. Chaos say, he's the bigger draw and he fought the better opposition. So with that said, people need to keep it a buck on the criteria that they're going to utilize for determining the fighter to be the A side or the B side. They need to keep it across the board consistently. They can't come here and just change the criteria for their favorite fighter because they're on their channel and then get on the debate. Oh, now I want to clean it up and place the liability on Tank because he hasn't sent Devin a contract. And all of a sudden, for the first time, I'm going to say, hey, check this out, man. Gervonta's the A side, man. Any other time, is Devin got all the belts. He makes all the calls. Gervonta ain't shit. So y'all got to keep that same commitment when you say so-and-so's the A side, when you say Gervonta's the A side. You got to keep that same commitment and dedication in every time you have a boxing topic and you're talking about the lightweight division. Because it's quite different when we get to the welterweight division. It's quite different. These points don't get brought up. How somebody can have 3 weight divisions and formerly undisputed, but yet they don't have the better resume. That's what y'all said. But now we look at the people that's on the resumes and like, hey, BOXIANA mentioned undefeated records, right? We already know between Bud Crawford and Errol Spence who has the more undefeated fighters on their resume. But hey, depending on who's in the room, they're not going to damn pay that attention, nor are they going to give it respect. But I appreciate that Chaos Juice for dropping that response to why you believe Tank Davis is the A side. That's something we're going to have to figure out moving forward on what is the criteria of how people are going to judge who's the A and B side. But look, back to the task at hand. Truth be told, this was another bum boxing community debate. That shit was trash. You know what I'm saying? The questions, in my opinion, wasn't really anything conducive that's brand new. It's just all about, like, if we having a conversation in the chat and we all just talking. Hey, who's the biggest hater? You the hater. Nah, you the biggest hater. Nah, they the biggest hater. Nah, you capped last time you was on. Nah, you was capping. Nah, your boy was capping last time he was on. Man, get out of here, man. Come on, bro. What about some boxing shit? What about some questions that people have to do planning on? Like, you know what I'm saying? If you want to see so and so face the next two opponents, who would they be and why? Some shit like that. And then they're talking about capping and who's the biggest hater. Some reality TV ghetto shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, still, my thumbnail is what it is, man. I'm not even gonna bore y'all with this. I just wanted to come on. You know, I had to bring the Reaper back to the forefront and talking about, you know, bitch boxing. You know what I'm saying? Since he was damn debating again. Bum boxing. You know what I'm saying? Knockdown 68 TV. Over there hosting some trash ass debates. But I'm not the one sitting up here, you know, denying anyone can go over there and watch it. That's up to you. You can do what you want to do. But before I get up out of here, I just want to say I saw a video where you was doing push-ups where you lost a bet to IB, right? So you was doing the push-ups and shit. And it was amazing how these niggas always talking about age, and this nigga's supposed to be like 36, 37 years old, right? But this dude was drinking water in between the push-ups. He had to goddamn eat a banana, bro. You can't do 50 straight push-ups. You can't do 50 straight, shawty. As young as you are, you can't do light skin. You can't do 50 straight. You up there damn drinking water and shit. Trying to stay hydrated. You had to cut the camera off and goddamn find your asthma inhaler. You know what I'm saying? You had to goddamn go in there. Say, oh shit, give me some sugar, man. Give me something. We got a Gatorade in here, dude. You only have 100 push-ups, man. You shouldn't be having to eat potassium and grab a banana and get the potassium and drink water just off a little measly 100 push-ups, dog. A little measly 100 push-ups, bro. You talk about age so much, man. Maybe you should put the glass down and get your bum ass in shape, man. Until next time, man, y'all turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports, man. I'm not even gonna bore y'all with the rest of that debate. Y'all don't deserve that shit. Shout out to Mr. Gumbo, AK Hot Grease, man, with the $50 super chat. I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for donating to the channel. Until next time, man, hold the bum boxing community accountable for the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Continue to support the channel and hit the like button on your way out.